In this video, we're going to talk about changing the status of an order, for instance, from proposal to confirmed or from proposal to canceled. So here we are in the orders section of Cool Rentals RW Elephant account. Over here on the left, we've clicked on orders, and here we are on this first order. We're in the event and contact info tab. We're going to click on edit, and we've decided that this order is going to be confirmed. So instead of proposal over here on the right, we're going to choose confirmed. And then also we want to record a payment. So we're going to click on the payments tab, and we have a couple options. So the first thing we can do is click on new payment down here at the bottom left, and we can add the payment of any type. It's going to automatically default to today's date. If you want to change this to a date in the past, you can do that. And then here we're going to choose cash, check, credit, or promotional credit. Cash obviously is cash. Check is obviously a check, a paper check that you receive. Credit would be for a credit card that you process through your own merchant services account or through Stripe on RW Elephant. Or promotional credit might be something like a gift certificate or some other kind of credit that you're offering to a client. In our case today, we're going to choose cash. And they're not going to pay the full balance today. They're just going to pay 50%. So that's that amount here. If you want them to pay another amount, you can click on other and enter the amount in here. But since we've chosen 50% as the required deposit in our company info section under the accounts, the other amount has to be greater than 50%. We're also going to put a reference here, and we're going to say received by ARH, and then we're going to enter the payment. So that payment's going to show up here under our payments, and you're going to see that it's affected the balance due, and we're all set. So then we save the order, and we want to generate a confirmed PDF. So we click on a report button, and our elephant does the math. And you can see on this PDF, the payment information has disappeared, the signature line has disappeared, and down here on the left it says our order status is confirmed. The payments received are listed here, and then also you can see that the balance due is reflecting the payment that's been received. If you're ever in a situation where you need to remove a payment, for instance, you accidentally recorded this payment on the wrong invoice, in the payments tab here, you would click on the payment and then you would just change the amount to 0. That's going to delete the whole payment. If our customer was paying by check, we would do something very similar. We'd click on the new payment button at the bottom, and we'd choose check from the type. The full balance or other amount in this case will say they paid $11,000. And the reference is just going to be the check number or whatever reference you want there. We're going to enter the payment, and here it shows up here. You can see the balance due changed, and we're all ready to go. So we'll go ahead and save it. If your client is paying by credit card, for instance, they've filled out the proposal that you sent them, they signed it, they sent you their credit card information, and then come record the payment here. Your payment window will show up. You're going to choose credit, the amount that they paid, which is 50% in this case, and we're going to make a reference, maybe the last 4 digits of the card, Visa 9809, and we'll enter the payment. It's going to show up here, the balance due will change, and then we can save it. If you've chosen to process your credit cards through our payment partner, Stripe, your payment tab is going to look a little different. Down here, you're going to have an invoice payment link that you can send directly to your customers. If you emailed it to them and they clicked on it, they would come to a page that looked like this. Your logo in the right-hand corner, information about their order. They can choose to pay the full amount, the minimum required deposit, or another amount, something between those two numbers. Then also they're going to be able to choose to charge the same card in the future or have you send them a bill. They can enter their credit card information themselves, so you never have to touch their credit card information or store that sensitive data. They tick the box to agree to your terms and conditions. If they want to see your terms and conditions, they come up in this pop-up, and that will act as their signature on your order. When they click submit, this is what they'll see. And then when you come back to your payments page, you'll see that they made their payment and they chose to have their invoice auto-paid in the future. They've chosen which card, And the final balance due date is going to be on the 22nd of December. Now that date was set by the defaults that are in our account information under company info. And you can always change this date manually, but we suggest that you do that before sending the payment link to your customer so that the date they see on their payment page is the date that's going to charge their card here. If in the future they decide they want to use a different card to pay their future balance, that's fine. You can either click on New Payment and enter their information manually here by choosing Credit and choosing another amount, making a payment, entering the card information. You don't have to enter a reference. RW will do that automatically for you when you're entering it manually. And then you can tick Use this for autopay. If you do change the date or you choose a different card, make sure you click on the Save Autopay Details before leaving the Payment tab. Also remember, if your client wants to use a new card, you can't just enter a card in for a future payment. You actually have to have a charge today. So you would have to enter your new payment, enter an amount even of just 50 cents, and then go from there. If you decide you want to cancel an order, perhaps because the client decided not to book the order at all, or if later on they decide they want to cancel the order after it's already confirmed. You'll want to keep a couple things in mind. The first is that you can always cancel proposals. You click on the Edit button and then change the invoice status from proposal to canceled. The reason why you'll want to cancel an order rather than use the minus sign over here to delete the order entirely is because canceled orders are going to stay in your database. They'll show up in reports and you'll be able to see your closing rate, see when you're closing sales and how much money you're leaving on the table, and be able to strategize how to make more sales. If you want to cancel a confirmed order, an order that has payments on it, you have to think a little bit differently about the cancellation process. If you click on Edit and change the status from confirmed to canceled, the system won't let you do that. You'll receive this error message and the order won't cancel. It'll remain confirmed. In order to cancel the order, you'd have to make sure your accounting works out. You're either going to need to change the price of the line items so that the amount they've paid and the amount you've charged for the line items is the same. For instance, maybe you'll delete all these items that they had originally booked and then add a non-taxable fee. We'll call this a cancellation fee. We'll change the quantity to 1 and the unit price will be 5. When we check to see the balance due is 0, but we're keeping the payment they've already sent to us. In that case, you'll want to keep the invoice status as confirmed. And in your reporting, you'll notice that instead of having rentals, you'll see the cancellation fee. Perhaps you'll change this taxable fee to cancellation fee so that every time it comes up on an invoice, you'll see that in the reporting. If you do want to actually change the invoice status from confirmed to canceled, you'll first need to zero out the payments. In this case, you can leave all the items on the order. You can go to the payment section and refund your customer's money. So in this case, you'd either refund that money to their credit card by clicking New Payment and Refund a Card. Then you'd choose the amount that you're going to refund. In this case, it would be $5. And then you'd choose the card that they used originally, and you'd click Enter Payment. Alternatively, you could give the money back to them in cash. So in that situation, if you were going to give it back in cash, you'd choose Other Amount, and you'd actually put in -$5, as if you're receiving a payment of -$5, also known as a refund. You'd enter that payment, and you'd see that the payments received and the refunds given are the same. Once you save that, you can go back up to the top, choose Canceled, and click Save. We hope you'll check out the other resources we have available at RW Elephant. Visit the website at rwelephant.com, check out the help site for forums, community interaction, and answers to your questions on the spot. And you can also view the next video to get the most out of your RW Elephant account.